Hey, this is just a quick video on how to disassemble these Big Larry lights. Um, I had an issue where my button was kind of flaky. My head was actually loose. The top here would swivel around. And so I'm just going to show you how to take it apart all the way down to this component, the switch, so that you can maybe fix your problems. So first, take off the bottom, get the batteries out of the way. Um, this bottom half separates from the top half. I think some people have to use a wrench on it, but I was able to just grab it and twist it off. Put that to the side. The lens will come out then. I think mine might be broke. I think there's supposed to be two nubs on it. The top nub was missing. Next, you got to get this ring off. This is actually threaded on. I had trouble getting it off. I ended up using a razor blade and just wedging it in between there and tapping on this with a hammer. And I think what that ended up doing was popping it a thread so that I could turn it off by hand. So maybe you guys can figure out a way to do it with like maybe a rubber glove or something just to get a grip on this. But this will turn out just like that. And then the rubber button comes out. And there's the on off button. So underneath of this is a nut. And you need something flat to get in between there. I found that this chisel fit perfectly inside the grooves. So I could loosen it with that, but now you want to just be careful that you don't twist up your wires and end up ripping them out. So just keep alternating between the grooves. Then that will come out. The whole light assembly will come out. There's a spring inside of here that conducts the negative side of your battery supply to this ring here on the top half of the light circuit. And you can actually fish this all through the top, and then you're just left with the light. My problem was a broken wire connection here, so I resoldered it. It's not the best looking solder job, but it's there. It can be on any one of these terminals here. You can see the switch is split in half, so you got 3 on this half, 3 on this half. And that ended up fixing it for me. So hopefully this helps someone out. I'm just going to put it back together here. Slip this through. Going to put the spring back in the top. Slide the light down. Put the O-ring in there. And set the top. I kind of have to start this one by hand a little bit until the threads bite. Then I'll use the chisel to screw the nut back down. And crank on this really good so that the top doesn't spin out again and end up ripping my wire. Shove the button back down, put the rubber cap on. thread the top back on. I think now that I took it off once, this will be easier to take off in the future. Slide the light cover back on. Line up this hole here with your nub. Thread it back on. And then put batteries back in. The positive side goes in. Oops. That was a bad battery. And back in business. So there you go. I hope this helps someone.